I don't know about that.
I mean, at least they have Lee Sin.
I like LeBlanc more. Yeah, that's
okay.
more fun.
That's cool.
All right, let's see what this counter pick to the Gnar is going to be. Honestly, could just be straight up Tristana in the top lane. Feels pretty good here. You have the ability to play through it with the Pantheon. You have a lot of setup and frontline with your Shen and Pantheon to set up double 80 carry. And team fights are going to get a lot of range. Twisted Fate is a classic, though.
Time games is definitely fun for the memes and for the extended maximum amount of League of Legends, but also can be a bit difficult for our commentators. But we'll have to wait and see how it goes. His flash on in. Chovy has the Sonic Wave on him. He is dead. First blood. Very nice follow-up. But in the bottom lane, they go for a dive here. Looks like a 1-for-1.
For a play top side, but
I mean, there's really no damage traded into Keen just yet. He has double summoners, and now he's trading some damage. Mega Gnar is coming in, and just right up against the wall, Keen's like, yes, please, take me with you, CC, so that whatever they try to set up, they get stunned. Like in mid, it's Syndra saves the Shen, and in top, it's the TF that saves the Shen. The Pantheon could be around multiple times. Guma, this time it's his turn, as now the second shot is going to land, and Ruler, nice dancing, and he will flash the fourth shot, but here comes the LeBlanc, and he is so giga dead, it is not even funny. That's the end of him. Meanwhile, we had a kill.
So it's a bit of a mystery. Canyon is here with full stacks.
Yeah, they just see him with the TF ult.
Yeah, and then he gets flashed on Scatter. This is the CC combo we've been talking so much about. Chovy picks up the kill.
Really, the only way he gets away is if he flashes first. Meanwhile, Duro, he did not flash first, and he's going to die in his own jungle. Looks like he just gets caught by the Camille. And Delight has been extremely active around the map, just looking for whatever play he can. This time they do find Duro. Now they're looking for the kick here onto the Syndra. Chovy in a bit of trouble. He doesn't have his flash as they made the play in the top river. Bunch of damage goes into Kanavi, but he will be okay as the chains do land. The Sonic Wave, though, he takes it and he dies mid-dash. That is incredible as they look for the true shot barrage. Not going to happen, but here comes Duro looking for a kill and some supportal combat.
This style, I mean, I know I'm dying on this horse a little bit, or how,
one hook shot? No, he's, oh!
it just didn't really make sense. Canyon read it really well, and then it just kind of all fell apart. We're gonna have another fight here.
Yeah, Kanavi's gonna be spotted doing the blue. I was wondering, you know, he was in there and there were so many members of Gen.G around. He will get punished, and Delight at least gets enough range on the gold card to get away, but yeah, Kanavi already 3 deaths on the Lee Sin, and it's pretty much just due to the over-aggression. And now Delight is taking a bunch of damage from this ADTF. Look at how much he chips away, as now Chovy in a bunch of trouble, and you see Guma holds the shot, actually, to give the kill over to the LeBlanc, who is extremely fed now.
Yeah, Ruler just, again, kind of controlling bottom side by himself. But as you guys can see, now that the UI is back up and fixed, he's not really that ahead of Gumayusi right now. So had a big lead earlier, but turned around completely. As Keen is still safe here to continue to push. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, this is going in, but with Duro nearby, level 5, looking for that kill on a Keen as the Gnar comes in. The gold card is there, and now the Shen shield is not enough as Zaves does pick up the kill regardless. Very close, though.
I often wonder, like, I understand the reasoning behind, like, if you get the kill there and you win without using the Shen ultimate, then you can use it to help out bottom side and win on both sides of the map. But I think in this case, if you just press R, you know, pretty early there, he gets the shield and might actually have lived long enough and use your basic abilities over here.
Yeah, they got a lot of lockdown here on a Canyon as well, but now the turnaround does come in. Ruler, pretty strong, he already has that Triforce, but now in comes Zeka. He takes a ton of damage, gets locked down forever as the auto follows him into the jungle, and he does get taken out eventually. Keen makes his way down into this play with his ultimate, and that really is the difference maker.
All right, well, back swinging the other way on this pendulum in this game. Very back and forth, very intense, and this last play, again, pretty defensive win for Gen.G. They tried to get the defensive one topside, did not work with the bait into the Shen, but Dragon here and also secure the Scuttle.
Yeah, they get the Scuttle, they lock down all the vision in that top river. Keen not having a very good time as the Gnar is going to miss, but the damage has already been done. He's going to get some vision here in the brush at least and get a couple of autos back. but Zeus up a level. Feels like he's doing pretty well with the lead he has for the top laners.
Yeah. Lethal Tempo starting to stack up there with Kraken Slayer, just having a good time. Zeka.
Yeah, just TPing into the Pantheon, not the best way to do that, as he just dies to the TF from range and does go down. At least it is traded back as Kanavi gets in there and picks up his 3rd kill.
Yeah, but Zeus is late to answer this top push, so a little bit more money goes over to Chovy. And, I mean, the question of is it worth it, I think, is yes for Gen.G in that exchange. We'll see if they can get more here as Delight. I don't know about this.
He's trying to bait it, I guess. You know, honestly, I don't think there's a whole lot of logic. I think they just see the enemy and they're like, yeah, let's do it again.
Chovy missed a scatter.
I think he might just die. I mean, he flashes away. That's Meganar right in front of him. He's dead. Nothing that Chovy can do. He's like, oh, yeah, I just line up the stun. It's easy peasy, right? No, you die.
Give them some information, but looks like they're just going to take the enemy jungle in exchange here, which right now isn't a whole lot. And even Zeus is coming over to defend these Raptors. I don't think they can kill him. Let's see.
He's about to hit Mega. I mean, there's just no way unless everybody's there. And even Delight comes over with the gates, but that might mean his doom. Takes a bunch of damage. Some zoning here from Zeus to help him out.
I think all of this is just a bunch of delay on Gen.G's cross map. They are going to get that top turret, but its bottom turret goes down for Zeka. So this is still a big win for HLE, as long as they don't overforce.
Yeah, they are going pretty deep in here, are Gen.G, but they kill Kanavi.
We don't need to. It's okay. Like, I know Holmes been in the LPL for a while, but I don't know what he's been coaching these guys, telling them to fight all the time. Duro
doesn't have his taunt. He's just trying to run this one out, as the scatter this time is going to hit. Chovy hasn't been very accurate with those, but now Ruler in a rough spot as he gets Camille ulted and takes a bunch of damage, has to flash away. Duro barely keeps him alive, and they're very deep in the jungle to try to make this happen. It's 2 kills for Gen.G, just like that, just trying to kill Ruler.
What is tempo? What is advantage? We'll never know.
This is a 3v5. This is a 3v5 for HLE. You're going way too deep. What is happening?
He has Aegis.
Oh, no.
Guma is dead.
Yeah. Well, Guma's dead. That's 2 extra kills. The initial play on a Ruler, I think, is fine, especially because if mechanically they're hitting shots, Ruler probably dies, or at least Duro dies if Guma hits his 2nd, 3rd, or 4th shot.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's not really anything to do with Guma. They didn't have a lot of vision. It was pretty deep in there. Zeus might be dead as well here in the side lane, and
if you think you're safe in the side, you're not pushed that far up, and then suddenly the Pantheon comes in, you know, you're gonna die. As Delight's once again going in. He's going in.
Yeah, now we're getting to the part where Gen.G are really far ahead, and they try to go on the Shen, and he just taunts them. This is the spot we've seen a lot of teams really struggle with, and we talked about how HLE have to get ahead, as we are going to see the gold card in, as Canyon getting pretty close to taking out Guma. He's getting him very low to the execute range. Zeus trying to punish that, but the stun comes in into the taunt. We got a LeBlanc here on the left side coming in, looking for some kills, but it's 2 kills for Gen.G, and now Zeka's very far out of position. He will be taken out as well. It's a 3-for-1, and Ruler was just mid the whole time.
Yeah, he's pushing hard.
Yeah.
And that's the fight. Okay, this should be like a trophy here.
Well, yeah, they're able to bully Chovy, and you know, Chovy is something like 1-5 or 2-5. Yeah, 1-5. He hasn't had the most fun in this game, but it's fine because he can just scatter the weak, and everybody else is really fed.
Well, that's the crazy thing is how this comp, we described it as kind of a pick-based comp where you layer CC together. Because of Hanwha's aggression, it's been a peel comp. Like, all the CC has just been insane peel and punish, as this Hextech Dragon is actually even going to annoy HLE as they try to retreat back. We see a TP here from Zeus. Narbar not fully ready.
So a bunch of damage already. Ruler just pulling the trigger, goes over the wall, picks up a double kill already, has the exhaust for Zeka, picks up the triple. He wants to end this game now, and he might just be able to. Gold card comes in, quadra kill for Ruler in this first game.
If he didn't have Mega. Globals.
We're fighting again. Honestly, I don't even know if I have to play-by-play this. I will because it's my job, but like, man, this is like the 15th time we've had a fight, and this one is very silly too. As so far, all the members of HLE have gotten away, but it's not going to finish that way. Chovy picks up his 2nd kill, and Zeus looks for the Meganar, does hit the stun onto 3. The Baron push still 2 minutes. And I would imagine that either they end the game on this push or they at least take the inhibitor, as we do have a root coming down. They're looking for Ruler to flash on in, and the third shot rather, is going to get him. Fourth shot goes into Chovy, and actually they will stop this push. Chovy, or rather Keen, is still in mid lane. They get the kill on Aduro now, and that's just going to leave Canyon all by his lonesome. They did not respect the ability for the 5v4 to actually work out, and a nice little play here from HLE.
TF will push bottom lane, but the Baron is effectively shut down now, as Kanavi is 2 levels down here. Is just going to die. Or, no, he got the auto off.
Gold card comes in.
Perspective, I don't think Gen.G is going to mess this up. Hextech soul point for them in 15 seconds here. The fact that we're 2-2 dragons means this game could go a little bit longer. Unless...
Well, they're using all the globals to catch the support, and they will be able to do that. King goes down. In goes Zeka. They still have a nice amount of poke with the LeBlanc and the Jin, but... Ooh, I thought Canyon was going to go in on that one, but his teammate's a little bit far behind. They get the TP. There's the root as well on top of the trap. Keen getting very low and just trying to run this one out, but in comes Zeka on the flank TP. Meanwhile, in the front of this fight, though, it does look like it's going pretty well for Gen.G, and getting 1v1'd is Zeka by Chovy on the bottom side here. So Gen.G still going to win out in the big trade, and they are still pushing.
Really nice fight for HLE, given the game state, but they are just too far behind. They catch Gen.G a little bit split, but Gen.G are just too big.
The flash on in, yeah, Ruler's going to assassinate him, essentially. Goes very deep for the kill, picks up the double, and actually does survive. I thought that last third shot was going for him, but no. Gen.G, in 30 minutes, will look for the victory here in game number 1, as at the end of the day, they were the much cleaner team. Zeus as well is just trying to do some funny business at the end here. But the Nexus will go down. They taunt him. They kill him, actually. They get Chovy another kill at the very end.
Yeah,
a nice win for Gen.G.
It's funny for me at the very beginning of this game. I was like, yeah, Cannon's been criticized a lot on his Pantheon. He had that really wonky ultimate in the early game in the mid lane, but he is going to be my POG vote, actually, at the end of the day. Just simply because he controlled a lot of those fights, a lot of them defensively, but was able to rotate correctly to be where his team needed him to be at all times. I'm often surprised by the result of some of our POG votes here for KeSPA Cup so far. We have a smaller voting pool here, but what I am saying is I don't know who's going to get it, but I did vote for Canyon. Look at his damage, 36,000, top of the game.
Yeah.
Even though it looked a little weird early, he was able to deal with the Camille pressure from Delight and bounce back in a huge way and just take over the game. I think this one isn't a shock to anyone with 1200 DPM on the Pantheon. 0 deaths. Actually, I didn't even realize that.
Yep.
0 deaths. That is crazy.
It's just another mage. I think it's a great look. I don't see any reason not to do it, especially when you have lock for, you know, the execute. You can bail out some people.
What's the top lane counterpick for Varus? Where's the lane prio, HLE? It's cheerleader lock. He's cheerleading. I mean, Abessa can kind of almost sort of work. Try to get Keen's exhaust early and play through the early top lane Vi, or top ganking Vi. This draft.
The gameplay here on the Rift as we head into game number 2.
That cow not even showing up down there. The light's like, I'm playing top side.
Yeah.
That's a Varus. That's an 80 carry. That's where I'm supposed to be.
I mean, that is what he did on the Camille with Jin. This time he's got a Ziggs, so this is one thing you can do.
Yeah, I mean, I am joking, and this is very standard, but, you know, the situation might call for it as Guma took teleport. Because he knows he will not be winning the lane. That's what Ziggs does. He takes teleport, he clears waves, and he waits. One chance, one opportunity. Let it slip. We're going in.
Just boops him out of XP range.
Collect minion experience. We will not allow it.
Yeah.
So this is one way to play the early game where you can get lane prio top for now. Yeah. All right. I mean, it's a good thing because they otherwise don't have any agency. Keen is greeting.
Yeah, knocks him into the wall. Nice amount of damage. Use heal for the speed boost. Keen is just walking up like that because he wants to get XP for the wave.
Yes.
If he hits level 2, he can deal with this a lot better. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, just tanking the turret. Perfectly done. Ruler takes a gigantic hit from the turret.
That is Delight is like, well, we can try to play through top side. Let's see what we can do. Still level 1, by the way. As Keen is about to hit level 3. The wave is in a horrible spot, so it's really hard for him to play the game. But if you look at the difference in gold leads, this one is bigger.
Yeah, he's dead.
Ruler, no flash, no exhaust needed.
Yeah, he just rends him, gets the slow. It's like, okay.
Delight's like, can I go top, please?
I mean, Ruler wants to play this.
The irony is, sure, if Ruler had flashed in like just a second earlier, maybe he gets punished by Delight, right? If he didn't have vision of Delight, but they just don't take the risk. That's new Gen.G.
Yeah, Keen, I mean, they knew he was there. They saw Kanavi on the top side of the map.
I'll get over there, but Duro's already here.
I'm not. I feel like Zeus, you know, had a little bit left in the tank, but he just kind of backed off of that play.
And maybe he wasn't sure how close Keen was to level 6. It's hard to know how much experience he's picking up on those waves. Here's a lock.
Duro is just dead. Just runs straight into the bush, gets super low, and gets executed by Zeka, who just picked up the first kill. And now Keen in a rough spot, going to take a bit of burst. And there's 3 people up on the top side, and 1 Varus, who is still levels 5, rather, as he's going to go down. Zeka picks up 2 kills. Now on the bottom side of the map, they get an all-in onto Ruler, who nearly takes out Guma there, actually. And he's just going to run away from this one. Guma getting kind of close to the sun. And now here comes Canyon. No flash on Guma, but still Canyon will not. It's like, yeah, we don't like this draft a lot, but... You know, there's still a lot of aggression, and if you pick up a couple of kills somewhere, some mistakes from Gen.G, some nice play from HLE, you can make things happen. And now they're looking for a dive.
Exhaust, so I don't know about this.
Yeah, on exhaust, and plus we have Skarner coming up. They're trying to just burst down Keen, and he will go down, as I don't know if there was a bailout there
anymore. Now Ruler's in the spot where he can farm safely. Did not finish his role quest yet on the Kalista, so he would have ideally liked to do that before going topside, but still in a pretty comfortable spot. There it is right now. So he went up at the timing to where it was going to time in anyways. So
yeah,
works out for him there on the swap.
You're going to look for an all-in here on a Chovy. It's a lot of burst damage, a lot of lockdown from the Vi, and just like that, Zeka picks up his 3rd kill.
Really started to pull ahead with this one, and that Kalista alone is not necessarily enough of an advantage here for Gen.G to fight through this mid game. So we're going to see a dragon fight.
Just trying to face check the brush, and they're going to get a handshake here on a Delight. A lot of sticks in this cow, and eventually, once that goes down, his ult, oh, he actually just flashes out of range, and no rend comes through for Ruler, so a little bit awkward, but they get the flash out of Delight, and they should be able to pick up a second Drake here. Not bad at the end of the day. Now Chovy in a bit of trouble in the 1v1 here, just going to get ulted down, and eventually he does get executed. It was kind of close, but that's a 4th kill now for Zeka. And off of his shockwave. It came up right as he died. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
And now we got Delight. No ult. And neither does Canyon. He also doesn't have his ult. Keen is going to throw his, as the Chain of Corruption should get the kill here, but now Keen in a rough spot. Exhaust is going to do a lot of work. He flashes forward to try to continue the play, as now the shield comes through, and Zeus on top of it all gets taken down. All the top dives that we had. And I do think Gen.G were a little bit slow on the play. Honestly, today, Gen.G, even though they won game 1, it was kind of like Chovy was there, sort of doing his job, and just kind of dying while the rest of the team did well. As here comes Kanavi up on the top side once again. Same combo with the Vi and the lock, and it's an easy shutdown there, as it's 5 kills now for Zeka on this lock. Bit of a counter push on the bottom side, but no kills, no dive to come through with Delight there.
Yeah, Canyon just wanting to continue to push this bottom side. First turret also goes over to the lock on the top side there. I don't know if Gen.G are playing this map correctly, as they're trying to kill Zeus here. He has his ult available, and a TP is going to come through as well from Guma.
I don't know if Guma is going to feel okay, as he jumps right into the Impale, and they're all going to be caught here. Exhaust, double kill comes through for the team at least. Playing a lot of different tournaments, and everybody's getting a little bit worn down, and you know, it's not the most perfect play of League of Legends we've ever seen from both sides. But either way, we are having a little bit of a skirmish here in the river. They are going to get the Impale only onto Kanavi, who's like, yeah, thank you very much. I'll just go in onto Ruler. As he dies through the bailout, they just burst him down.
And we haven't seen the book yet, because he bought an arm guard for safety, because that's how rich he is.
Yeah, we saw this yesterday. I forget who it was, but they had 7 stacks on Magi's. They bought it, and then they got 19 stacks in the follow-up fight, and they just bought a free arm guard. No arm guard here for Keen, as he is just 100 to 0'd. Easy peasy. Now 7 and 0 is Zeka, but they say 3 people bought, including your jungler, and we have Kalista. Do the Baron.
Yeah, well, we'll see if this works out. Guma can layer a bunch of damage in here if he can time his bomb correctly here. Trying to layer some onto Duro. Here comes the TP from the Ambessa with Shojin. I think Gen.G are going to find out that they cannot do this Baron.
Yeah, Kanavi got here so quickly, actually. Much quicker than I thought he would. But yeah, he gets in. Fate's Call already used. Duro in a rough spot. He's going to have to throw an ult here very soon, as they are just corralling them up against the wall. And he does get the hostile takeover, but the follow-up is just not there. It's one person impale, and the lock is going crazy mode on everybody on the top lane. Ruler is able to hop away and actually pick up a kill. Zeus nearly goes down to a Skarner. As Guma's trying to kill him, that's never going to happen. Ruler still jumping past the turrets. And now it's only Kanavi, actually, is not going to hit the Q, and now the hops are coming through. Kanavi has to be careful, but with Zeka coming in, just going to throw an ult and miss, but does not matter as the kill comes through. As Keen, imagine if Zeka bought a Magi's, by the way. He got 3 more kills. He would have 12 more stacks. He'd be at 22.
Yeah.
Like, instead he completed his Zhonya's.
He's just trying to show everyone he's changed. He's different now. He's not like Showmaker. He's a different type of lock player.
I guess he did go golden in that last fight, so it was broken. And he had so much gold, so he's like, well, I might as well finish this. So I do get it. It's now Keen frontlining on the Varus, trying to save the red buff. It's not really going to work out, as now Keen is going 1v1 with the guy who is 9 and 0. Throws in the one ult over the wall, and it's 10 and 0 for Zeka.
I cannot believe this draft is just shrekking Gen.G. There are ways to where even 3,000 gold behind, Gen.G can win this game if they get the fight they want and Ruler gets the setup he wants. Chovy does not want this.
Yeah, Kanavi's back. We're looking at a 0-5 Chovy here, I think. There's just no way for him to get away from all the CC that they do have. He is running very fast, actually.
Here comes Ruler.
Just barely get away. As now Kanavi does go in and Ruler's hopping away. Very nice spacing from him. Wants to get that kill onto Kanavi. He's not quite going to get it. Takes out Zeus first, and then he gets the kill onto Kanavi, who had nowhere to go, nowhere to run away from Duro. So it's just 2 kills down there.
And even Keen picks up a gold lead at the end of the day. Has that arm guard for extra safety, so it's hard to burst him down. And if you can't burst people down, the lock can't do the team fighting. So that's problematic for HLE right now.
Yeah, I mean, we saw these columns. I mean, the Renata is going to be so good against the lock and is all in. Canyon is very much flashing by himself. Yeah, he's going to flash away as the chains of corruption come down. And Delight is also forced out here. They're looking for Ruler now. They're just going to throw everything in the kitchen sink at him as he goes down, and Duro's not able to help him at all. As now they're looking for that last play. The big shockwave, though, from Chovy. Maybe trying to get something going here. But actually, it's just a lot of low health bars on the side of HLE, but they still live, and Zek is cleaning everyone up and getting those stacks.
So HLE snap engage onto the Fed Kalista and blow him up before he can actually get that longer fight. And that's what they need to do for the rest of this game. But now they have map control back. It's just one small overextension from Gen.G, one great snap engage, big burst comes through, and now, you know, with all those executes coming through for the lock, he goes up to 24 stacks. You know, he's like, yep, this was a good buy, a very cheap buy, but now absolutely worth it. 4,500 gold up. It's a battle between the setup for Zeka and the setup for Ruler in this game. And right now, setup for Zeka is winning out as Ruler's left alone.
And Ruler's by himself in the bottom lane. That's not the Ruler spot, but Keen's been very carefully pushing bot lane. The situation in the bot lane is actually pretty good for Gen.G.
Yeah.
Like, they have the lane in a good spot. They have Baron Vision as well. They're just going to start it. Now,
I don't know why HLE gave up control, but they are now going to have to fight their way back in.
Yeah, they saw this was happening with the blue trinket, so they know that they're going to have to fight for this one. Double TP is coming in, and that's an Ambessa kind of right on top of Keen, but he does kind of scoot on over to his teammates and gets in position to try to survive. Engage here from the side of Delight. They're once again trying to just burst down Ruler. They finally got the bailout this time around. Doesn't matter. He is dead. They take out Chovy. That's all the damage gone. And HLE have done it. Quadra for Zeka. Will he pick up the Penta and pick up 19 kills? No! Zeus takes it away. And HLE, doesn't matter. They'll still win the game.
Yep, we're going to 3. And the Nexus will fall here at 34 minutes. HLE with a big clap back here in game 2. kind of a weird one. I think there were big mistakes made on both sides, but ultimately Gen.G were forced into a very awkward position. And who are you gonna vote for? We always have to. We're using hand mics, so we just have to like stop talking while we put our vote in. But
yeah, I'm like silence. I do think that Zeka has to get it. He should have had a penta. Should have had 19 kills. Had 18 instead. You could vote for Kanavi. I think he set up a lot of the plays. Delight also an okay vote.
I just think that, you know, the way this game played out leaves me with a lot of questions about whether Gen.G realized. And wait, the 18-0-2 champion got it.
Yeah, with 25 stacks of Magi's way before he even hit his 18 kills.
Yeah, just to match rotations. Doesn't really fit the rest of the comp that much, but I mean, it is tier list and it is in the angle.
Yeah, I don't like that really at all.
Zeus loves to just flash and eat 80 carries, as we've learned very recently. So he might be doing that. And it's good into Cassante. Honestly, people need to start respecting these pocket picks. You know, I think it's not just a meme anymore. It's actually just a really good pick that Zeus is good at. And so
yeah.
this is another one of those.
Because there are so many of them nowadays. I was actually talking about this on the LCK yesterday where it's like, but he's been a bit off today.
Wow, you ever lose half your health bar trying to clear ward and Zeka shows up at level 1?
How about more? Yeah, the heal comes out. Ruler gonna have to flash away because Rise is there and throw a rock at them while they dive you, but yeah, doesn't do a whole lot else. And same thing for the Nocturne. He is going to sit in the bottom brush and wait for Kanavi to face check it. That is his job. He will be doing that, but in the 2v2, the flash kick comes out from the Melio, and Ruler with no flash, that means he is down. First blood goes over to Duro. Meanwhile, Canyon gonna win the 1v1 here against Kanavi, and should catch up to them pretty quickly, so all things considered, he's happy about it, but yeah, it's not gonna be game-changing for the Nocturne. Very unfortunate that Guma did not pick up the kill. I think I said that Duro got first blood, which would have been really funny, but Delight was the one who did get
yeah, of course.
In the play. Cannon's here, by the way, in the knockback, and all of a sudden, Zeka's just dead. I mean, he gets flashed on with the tether coming in, and you see...
And he's like, now he has Bramble Vest. I don't want to lane into that. That's a little bit annoying. Canyon could ult me.
Canyon... Just gonna face check as Kanavi comes in, and he's like, yeah, thank you very much. Zeus picks up the kill.
That was his plan all along! Without even getting the chains to come out.
That's Root here onto Chovy. He's in a lot of trouble. Flash up. He's not even going to bother to use it. Going for a very aggressive trade in mid does not pan out for Chovy.
Do this crazy aggressive. They surely won't be hiding on this, but surely won't be camping this. Surely won't be going back to Krugs. He always is.
Yeah. It's hard because you can't play like he always is, because then you fall so far behind just playing too carefully, so you kind of have to challenge him a lot of the time, but then that's his comfort zone. As here comes the dive, speaking of which, very aggressive under this turret, but Gen.G are right there. The Paranoia is available. Bunch of damage already into Duro, but he will go down, as does Ruler. Delight finally does bite the dust, as does Kanavi in this dive. Ends up being a 2 for 2.
And they get more.
Oh, the rocks just barely connect with Guma. And now they're looking to connect onto Zeka potentially, but they're not quite going to. As some rocks are thrown down here. Zeka wants a bit more.
Some side play, which explains part of that big damage that came through on his engage. This is a weird matchup here.
I think Zeka has big advantage, and he is going to just ghost him down. Ruler's like, no, I win this. No, I don't think you do.
Not even close.
No summoners. They don't have any CC.
Yeah, I mean, they have a Lulu Nocturne
combo.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's a lot of ifs. It's a lot of conditionals. It's an opportunity for Chovy.
All right, trying to bait Guma into the play, and that is the Nocturne and the Lulu. They do bait it excellently, as now Kanavi's in the mixer. He has got Zeka with him as well. They're going to take out Ruler. They take down the whole bottom duo, and now Chovy's like, I swear I do damage. Please believe me. And he is going to get the knockback here on a Kanavi and then die.
Like you said, he swears he does damage, but I'm witnessing a different story.
Yeah, Talia also famously does not have a very good time in the Xinjiao. Used to be in the jungle matchup. Duro is just dead or something, you know, like have the matching scaling so that you can actually deal damage. And now when you get behind on this comp, it's like, I hope Ruler gets really fed and carries us all and pentakills them because, yeah, that's what we've got.
Here comes that Talia.
All going in, the Nocturne and the Lulu, but unfortunately, Guma still had Flash. And they used everything to try to get him. Everything! And now we got Zeus, who's just flashing over the top, trying to take down Ruler. 3 people have to peel for him. Kanavi killing Chovy at the same time. Ruler still dies, even with all the peel. And yeah, Keen eventually here in the 1v3 will also fall. And yeah, I mean, HLE, they won this game a while ago. Now they're actually going to go on and try to put the nails in the coffin
Here, and they're just not going to commit.
Yeah, HLE are playing strangely respectful. I think, you know, losing the Baron will push them in that direction. And they have so many outs now that they can just play with the objectives. And Ruler is a little bit scary, so if you get out of position, or if he gets out of position, they're going to get the root onto him, but now it's actually Zeka standing up to them, doing a ton of damage into Ruler, flashes over the wall. He wants to make this happen, gets pulled into a decent spot, has to go golden, doesn't have his flash now, goes down. That's a shutdown here for Ruler, as maybe he's getting back in the game. Kanavi now going to go in onto Chovy on the top side here, but we got Zeus in a rough spot, trying to just go all in, but he's going to fall.
Bit of a messy one for HLE. Now, there's still a ton of time before either this Dragon or the Baron spawn, so... Or foot, or however that works, in Spear.
Underneath him. I mean, just trying to set up here position on the Ocean Soul. And Keen, he's got to be the one that takes it up, but Guma also has that LDR finished, as now that's the engage, the Cassante engage. The Paranoia is pressed and not committed to. That's Ocean Soul here for HLE.
They just couldn't find an in. And like, when you're the Cassante walking forward like that, the peel for HLE, when he's the only one there, is just to kill him. Let's peel him, not with CC, but with damage.
Like an orange.
Yeah, he... But it's like popping the orange, and the orange tank knows a little bit about that. As Zeus is going to be totally fine here. Now they're looking to turn their eyes towards Baron.
Kanavi just going to send it, and so is Zeka, just trying to realm warp into the back line. Everybody on the side of Gen.G just trying to flash away. Ruler kiting this one out. He actually does do damage.
Ruler's
so
like, Chovy! Watch your walls, man!
Yeah.
They all get away, but it doesn't matter at any point with this Baron buff, but they can just continue to be in the lead and make sure that Gen.G don't have any ins. Because even with Gen.G not being in the grand scheme of a maybe potentially 37-minute game if we get all the way to this Elder, behind in gold that much, they're not that far behind. Ruler is almost full build. He's getting closer to that. It doesn't matter that because the comp is still behind and doesn't have any map control. Now, yeah.
Oh, no. Maybe that was just like a BM celebratory calling the opposite way. I don't know if Gen.G even saw it. Like, it just happened off vision. We're still going to take down the inhibitor. I don't think it matters all too much, but Ruler is still kind of scary. We're 33 minutes into the game. Ruler has 4.5 items. Like, he does do quite a lot, so that's the one guy you got to be careful of. And even the knockback comes in from Keen, as now they're just going to pull the buttons onto Guma as he lives through all of it. The follow-up is not there from the Talia, and Kanavi is just moving forward straight into the Unara, takes him down. Knockback here from Chovy, doesn't even get them into the fountain, and only the GA of Kanavi is burned in the play, and I guess Guma eventually did go down.
Chovy, run away! Run away! An ex-HLE player himself looks like he thought he was on the team without Realm Warp. He's trying, or with that Weaver's Wall. He's trying to kill Zeka.
Aww. I think Zeka dies. He will. I don't think he cares, though. The Nexus is going to go down here. HLE win in the reverse sweep once again here in this play, as Kanavi, much better game this time around.
3 one-sided games. Game 1, HLE's aggression gets stopped by Gen.G, and Gen.G take over the game. Game 2, it's the lock composition that we didn't love, but they couldn't protect Keen on the top side on his Varus, and Zeka explodes. And in this third and final game, it was a bit of a jungle gap, and the bot lane was in.
It's played out, and also how you read your enemy's comp as the Shinjao of Kanavi.
That DPM.
Pretty legendary.
Spooky.
Whoa.